Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I'm Kelly Stewart, joined by Ralph Michaels at Cal Sports LV and Dave Koken at Dave Koken. Both these guys are on Twitter, so make sure you give them a nice little follow. Let's talk about the Music City Bowl. Super exciting bowl between the Auburn.
I think it's a really intriguing bowl.
I think it's an intriguing bowl. Some of these names just kind of get me sometimes.
Well, Music City's Nashville.
Well, right. So Nashville's exciting, but I feel like they should have a better, I don't know. Anyway, Auburn Tigers versus Purdue Boilermakers. This is a really interesting matchup here. Ralph, I'm going to let you start because I know you have a great trend about teams that are 6-6 that won their last game to become bowl eligible.
Well, really, I mean, you're looking at motivation, and you're always handicapping motivation when you go to bowls. And you look at these two teams. You know, at the beginning of the year, would Purdue be happy to be here playing Auburn? Absolutely. Would Auburn be happy being here playing Purdue? Not at all. So you have that different motivation from one season to the next. And then the 6-6 motivation, you know, as a head coach, as a player, as a football program, from here on out, this season is either known as a winning season or a losing season. That's a lot of history to move forward. That's a lot of pride that you have as a team and a program. So 6-6 teams are very strong. When you are a 6-6 dog, that is almost a 63% clip. And if you're a 6-6 dog and won your last game to get to 6-6, so you basically started your postseason or bowl process a week earlier, you're up to 66%. So it's a solid play to keep an eye on.
Good stuff. Dave, some support coming in for Purdue, and I can understand why. I like what Jeff Brom's done with this program, but something to consider here. Auburn got smoked last year by UCF, so they know they cannot go into this bowl game overlooking Purdue.
And, you know, I know Gus Malzahn's gotten a lot of heat for not being able to motivate the Tigers in games like this. Well, he's done everything he can as far as this game goes. The first thing they did when they started practicing or started getting ready for this game was a film session which consisted of last year's game against Central Florida. Then they had what was apparently a heavy-duty practice in pouring rain. They did not move inside for that practice. So the business trip nature of this has been set. And if the players don't respond, you just can't put it on Malzahn because he's done whatever he needs to be done to get this team ready for this game. And if Auburn is ready, they're going to beat Purdue. Okay,
I think so. I mean,
Auburn is better than Purdue.
Purdue has a weak secondary. I think that if Jarrett Stidham has a good game, he could exploit that.
Well, and Auburn's defense, look, it's good enough to shut down Purdue. Sorry, but the SEC, and I know people go nuts over this stuff. Oh, the SEC's overrated. The SEC is really good.
Beginning of the year, Dave, Auburn probably a 10-point favorite.
Yeah.
Maybe even more than
that.
Everybody's kind of lower on Purdue now, or on Auburn now, because they ended the season 7-5. This was
the talent's still there.
And they've had some disappointing losses.
Was there?
And look, there's no question that motivation has been a problem for them. So that's always in the mix here. I mean, if you're just going on the results to date in terms of how they've done in good spots to be motivated or bad spots to be motivated, Purdue delivered its best effort of the year in a game where they were really fired up to play Ohio State. They went out and kicked the snot out of them. Auburn's had multiple games where they have not delivered. They came out in flat spots and played flat. All I'm saying is that Malzahn has at least he has taken the steps to get this team focused for this football game. And I'm going to take my chances that they are. And if they are, with the number dropping to where it is now, I think I've got to side with Auburn. I wouldn't have minus 7. I don't want to need 2 scores to cover. But where the numbers come down to, I think I lean the Plainsman way.
And you're also in SEC country. You know, you have those middle neutral fans, those 20,000 fans that are probably going to root for an SEC team over a Big Ten team because you have your Vanderbilt and Tennessee fans there.
That's a good point. All right, guys, are you a member of the WagerTalk Text Club? Just text WagerTalk to 33222 to get a $10 coupon for signing up.